we see a sneaker. A sneaker that belongs to a guy running on a sidewalk. My name is Zhou Ying Gong. My parents gave me this name hoping I'd become someone important in the world. A name that means protagonist. He enters some kind of store. What? Zhou Gong? Here comes Zhou Gong. Of course, people have been making fun of my name since I was a kid, but I never really cared. At the end of the day, I really do want to be the main character. He walks up to the guy behind the counter and says, "Enough with the jokes about my name. You brought the game, right?" The guy replies, "I saved a copy just for you." The remake of Night Saga Re. It's a story about humans and demons. It's a game where you can choose between the human hero, Look, or the Demon King's eldest son, Zephyr Ragnaros, and go on adventures around the world, completing quests. I've beaten this game more than 10 times since I was a kid, so I know absolutely everything about it. Besides, this is the first game released for virtual reality. Zhou Gong arrives at his house. He picks up the game and puts on his headset. He inserts the game into the console and gets ready to play. Today I'll take it easy and just play for about 8 hours. Just like that, he's transported into the game world. What? Did I enter the game? It's not a proper start if I don't wake up in a bed. But who is this character? A voice from outside asks, "Still sleeping? Hurry up, don't you know today's going to be busy?" An orc asks, entering the room. "Wow, these graphics are insane. It looks like real life." The orc looks confused. He thinks, "Can I actually talk to them? But I didn't see anything like this in the ads." With that in mind, he starts. "All right, what's your name?" The orc answers him. "What? You already forgot my name. I'm Karak, he asks. "Everyone's waiting for you, Prince Exutra. Get a move on." Hearing this, he starts to talk. "Exutra, Ignas, the 9th son of the Demon King. But I didn't even choose my character, so why? This must be how you open the status window." He holds his hand out in front of him. There it is. Am I forced to play as Exutra the first time? Even a common IMC has at least 10 in each state. What's wrong with this guy? He's supposed to be a prince. We see his information. Name, Exutra Ignas. Age 14 years. Species Gandharva. Title, Prince. All ability points are at 5. Class, Protagonist. Let's see what skills I have. In the Skills tab, we see Conquest Level 1 and Protagonist Conquest and Configuration Adjustment with a question mark. Protagonist Conquest and Configuration Adjustment? Could Protagonist Configuration Adjustment be what I think it is? Karak calls him. "Get out of there already!" He starts to leave his tent. Outside, he's surprised. The orcs are standing, forming a corridor for the boy. He says, "Protagonist Configuration Adjustment. Karak, why the war? Like atmosphere," the orc replies. "Stop messing around, let's go. We need to eliminate those scoundrels from the Scarlet Lightning tribe." Hearing this, he gets scared. "What? This is our first battle. Let's do this," he says. "Wait, battle? What about the tutorial?" So, since the orcs of the Scarlet Lightning tribe have formed a rebel army, I have to deal with this alongside the 7th prince and 8th princess? He asks, "Only 10 people going to a war?" The orc replies, "But you said yesterday that today would just be a patrol." "Did I?" he questions. "Did you eat something bad yesterday? You're acting really strange." Hearing this, he opens a window. "I knew there'd be a mini-map. This makes things much easier. I'll keep it on all the time." As he observes, he notices something. What? There's a hidden path. Could it be an event? It'll take forever if we use this route. Follow me. I know a much faster way. We see the group of orcs walking. They pass through bushes, climb mountains. Sutra looks extremely tired, but at a certain point, the group stops. In front of them, we see a stone door. "How did you find this place? Are you a mage or something?" He replies. "I wish." The orc asks, "But are you okay? You look completely exhausted." Before answering, he thinks, "I didn't think a level 1 would be this out of shape. Just check if the door opens first." As he says this and takes a step, something happens. An energy flows up through his body. "What is this?" A message informs him. "You have leveled up." "No way. I leveled up just by walking. And on top of that, all my stats went up by 2 points and I got 2 extra ones. This is absurd." Something catches his attention. "What are you waiting for? Let's go," the orc says after destroying the door. "I don't know what might be in there, but at least I'm not alone." More importantly, the protagonist has plot armor. We see a dark and silent cave. The orc says, The dwarves were the ones who dug this cave? Exutra questions. Dwarves? I thought they didn't exist, Karak says. Not anymore, but they used to. Did they all leave the demon realm or something? I don't know, I just heard stories. Karak, while answering, notices something. A pile of treasure. We found gold. The foolish dwarves must have left all their weapons behind. Take everything, even if it's heavy. Zutra looks at the items, but messages appear over them. Level insufficient, strength insufficient, and magic insufficient. Darn it, but I'll take it anyway. Let's see, how do I store this in the inventory? He points to a sword and thinks. Take. Just like that, it goes into his inventory. I just need to touch it and think, store. He looks at the map and notices something. Everyone, fall back. As soon as he yells this, a wall starts to break, and some of his orcs are thrown far away. Another group appears. Did you think we didn't know you'd come this way? The one asking is General Kaishan of the Scarlet Lightning tribe. Take them all down. The orcs start to fight. The red orcs advance towards the green ones. Sutra watches, scared. What do I do? Steal the takedowns and get the experience at least. He appears behind an orc and prepares to attack it. But as soon as he attacks, the blade of his sword shatters. Oh, come on. The orc he hit looks at him. Zutra starts running. While fleeing, he trips on a rock and falls flat on his face. His health drops to 1 out of 15. The orc chasing him gets ready to strike. He screams desperately in fear, but Karak defends him. What are you doing, Prince? Move! He watches Karak defend him. Meanwhile, he thinks, my hands are still shaking. It's just a game. I can't. That's enough for today. It's too real. Terrifying, he says, while staring at the message asking if he wants to go to the menu. During this process, he looks at his stats. Something seems to catch his eye. You do not possess any skills yet. What? He thinks. Why is there no option to leave the game? Could I be trapped in here? He observes the enemy leader. The leader points his staff at him and launches a spell towards Exutra. I can't perish here. The strikes hit him. He's thrown against the wall, and we see him panting. With his vision narrowing, he watches the orc run towards him. But this orc is struck just as Zutra's health hits 0. After his health hits 0, he finds himself in an empty space. Where am I? I'm sure the orcs had taken me down. Don't tell me, did I? Pass on. A bright light appears in front of him. A female voice says, you are the existence destined for this place. Conquer, rise, enslave, and then rule. What? What? The light intensifies, and we return to the battle scene. There, the orcs continue to fight relentlessly. Kaishan walks among his soldiers. To think they would come here with so few people. Are they ignorant or just plain dumb? We don't need to waste time. Take them all down. As he was saying this, we see Exutra getting up. What was that just now? An awakening? You, how are you still here? In front of him, a window appears. Telekinesis level 1. Acquired. What? But when did I learn telekinesis? He is surprised. In his information, we see a subclass, Knight of Conquest level 1. What are you waiting for? Get that wretched guy now! Prince, protect the prince. The prince must not be harmed. Zutra observes the fight. As it happens, he looks to the side and keeps staring at the subclass. But Knight of Conquest isn't even among the available classes for knights. So why? He hits his broken sword on the ground. It's as if I've always known how to use it. Spells are echoing in my head. Thinking this, he starts to speak. The power of conquest shall be the power of a king. Under the king's banner, a power spreads and affects his own orc. Conquest skill, under the kingdom's banner level 1, grants buff effects to allies within a designated area. One of the orcs comments, my strength is overflowing. Finish them all off. Sutra's orcs charge at the opponents, but this time with a strength buff. Thus, the advantage starts to turn to his side. The other orc, sensing the danger, says, what the heck? They suddenly got stronger. This is absurd. While watching the fight, he seems to notice the cause. Could it be because of him? You scoundrel! Stop that right now! The prince notices the attack coming, but Karak jumps in front of him and protects him. Sutra smiles upon noticing this. Go, Karak! With the strength bonus, the orc charges at the other one. The opponent gets scared as he watches, and waits a second. Karak cuts the orc's head off. As soon as the head hits the ground, his subordinates look on, terrified. They're running away. Don't let a single one escape. Then a window informs him. The general's merits belong to his king. Sutra levels up. Why is my level going up? But what is this strength? Karak observes the power in his hand. Then he looks at the boy. Staring at him, he thinks, could it be because of the prince? Later at the camp. It's gone. No matter how much I search, I can't find it. There's no exit button in the menu. No, calm down. I need to calm down. Two possibilities come to mind. First, I'm trapped inside this virtual reality. Maybe a critical bug occurred in the real world. If so, it might be fixed when an update comes out. The second possibility, as insane as it sounds, is that this is reality and not a game. Just like in novels and comics, I've entered the game world. Or at least a world that looks like it. A setting that can only be described as real. NPCs that can actually hold a conversation. And most importantly, there's no pixelated censorship. And if this really is another world, am I going to have to perish here? No, I can't take that risk. At least I'm not an orc or an ogre. And for now, I'm a prince. I was born with a silver spoon in my mouth. Prince, do you have a moment? Karak? Outside, the two of them talk. Why are you suddenly asking for a duel? The orc replies. You're going to be my leader. Knowing the level of your swordsmanship will help us prepare for the future, won't it? Utra says. Is that really necessary? A sword is tossed into his hand. Don't worry, I'll hold back as much as I can. Look at you. Is that any way to speak to the prince? If you're going to fight, fight for real. Karak watches as Zutra charges to attack. Despite the attempt, the attack is extremely weak. Sutra keeps attacking him, but nothing happens. It's almost as if he were hitting a rock. Karak then counters, and the boy is thrown far away. Worried, he asks, "Are you all right?" The prince replies, "Geese, you shouldn't hit so hard all of a sudden." But as soon as he hits the ground, a window appears in front of him. Basic swordsmanship level 1 acquired. Realizing this, he thinks, I just gained swordsmanship. But when, his eyes widen as he realizes something. Come to think of it, it was the same with telekinesis. Do I gain skills when I experience attacks directly with my body? Karak says. In that case, let's end the training here and go eat. Who said, it's over. I'm just getting started. Sutra charges at Karak again. With his sword, he attacks. The orc thinks. His movements are much better now. So why was he so bad at the beginning? It's not possible that his skill improved out of nowhere. The swords clash again. And Exutra is thrown back. He asks, so not bad, huh? Karak, what's your level? The orc replies. The last time I checked, I think it was 21. 21. Well, I'll catch up soon. He is currently at level 7. The people of this world also have levels, but they can't see them in the status window like I can, so they need a level appraisal spell. In other words, being able to see all the stats and strengthen them with extra points is a huge advantage. Sutra jumps towards the orc again. He keeps attacking him. I can get stronger. No, I can get stronger, and much faster than the others. The demonic arc of Night Saga tells the story of Zephyr and how he overcomes his siblings to become the Demon King. There are many episodes until the end, but the most important is the mandatory event, the Culling Day. This event happens in the year 517. It's when Zephyr takes out all his siblings to achieve his goal. The key word is all, which means I'm going down too. It's currently the year 512, so there's still some time before that event. So I need to prioritize preventing that from happening. The best way would be to get stronger than Zephyr. Prince, what are you doing here? I've been looking for you, he asks. Why? Did something happen? Karak says, did you forget there's a meeting today? Zutra is surprised. A meeting? Karak calls to him. Hurry up, everyone's waiting. We see the main tent. And Exutra, inside, a bit surprised by who's in front of him. You're early. We see two people, a huge man and a woman. Why so formal all of a sudden? Relax, we're siblings. The one who says this is the 7th prince, Chris Moonlight. But this is our first time meeting. This is the 8th princess, Kaitlin Moonlight. It's alright, you can just call us by our names. Zutra agrees. These two are the children of Elaine Moonlight, the 4th queen and queen of the lycanthropes. They were also a pain in the game. But, 1 year before the massacre, the two of them were finished by the hands of Zephyr and the other children of the Demon King. The reason for this is the secret of Kaitlin Moonlight's birth. She is an illegitimate child. The young woman starts to speak. Why did you confront those guys without following the plan? I told you just to patrol. Exutra says. Well, I didn't know they were going to show up there, she asks. Let me see you. Are you hurt anywhere? You're the weakest of us. You should have been more careful, Exutra says. Sorry. Then he starts to think, why is she so worried about me? Since when were the Demon King's children this close? Geez, you're going to get a major scolding if you pull a stunt like that again. What the heck, are they genuinely kind? Sutra stares at the two of them. There were many aura users among the lycanthropes, maybe because of their life energy. If I use the same method for learning skills, maybe I can pick up aura easily too. Thinking this, he says, Hey, I need to ask you a favor? Can you hit me using aura? His two siblings are startled to hear this. What? After that, we see a seemingly arid place with a heavy atmosphere. The impact happens. In this place, a battle between orcs is happening. A huge orc runs while defeating several at once. Others try to attack him from behind, but he turns and defeats them. Suddenly, his arm is cut. With a murderous look, he glares at the one who did it. The reckless orc is startled. With a heavy attack, he cracks the ground in front of him. Take them all down. I will reward whoever takes down the most. The battle continues. The impacts spread throughout the area. Sutra finds himself in the void again. You? He says, looking at the same person who had spoken to him before. But this time, he notices other people by her side. Who are you? I don't remember these characters in Night Saga. She approaches him. What? The glow intensifies, and a strong light covers the entire area. Just like that, he awakens in his bed. Was I dreaming? Awake? Karak startles him. You scared me. It seems you're all right. Why did you ask the princess to hit you? You kept nagging and look what happened. Suddenly, Karak notices something. What? A glow comes from Exutra's body, and above his head we see the message, You have acquired Aura Level 1. He reacts, I'm feeling it. I can feel the aura. Karak says, So you can awaken aura by being hit with it? The boy replies, Well, more or less. Karak questions again. Was that also why you were full of energy fighting the lightning tribe? Yeah, something like that, he answers. Did anything happen while I was asleep? Of course, the main force defeated the lightning tribe as well. The main force? I thought only Chris, Kaitlin, and I were here to defeat the Scarlet Lightning tribe, Karak replies. No way. Do you know how big that tribe is? So, who was in command? The boy asks. General Bundle. What, General Bundle? General Bundle is one of the strongest there is, which is why I liked him so much as a subordinate when I played as Zephyr. Wait, this could be my chance. Bundle becomes Zephyr's subordinate in the year 515, but not yet, which means I can bring him to my side first. I know everything about him, the rewards he likes to receive, his favorite food, his talents, but the most important part of bringing him to my side is to defeat him in a duel. If I know all of this, I can get Bundle as my subordinate before Zephyr. It's worth a try. I still have plenty of time. First, Bundle, you will be my subordinate. What? Someone asks in Kaitlin's camp. You reached the first level of aura expulsion in a single day? That was expected, since I put all my points into aura. And it wasn't a rash decision either. Aura improves physical abilities in general. It's even better than having telekinesis. This is impossible. Is it because you're a Gandharva? Exutra, can you make a subterranean map too? Not understanding, he asks. A subterranean map? Not exactly, but I do have a map, he thinks. Then he says, well, that's easy. Can you get me a pen and paper? We see the outside of the camp again. Inside, we see the drawn map. His brother reacts. I can't believe it. It's more detailed than the map I have. Sutra, you're a genius. Caitlin also says, since the guys from the Scarlet Lightning tribe who crossed paths with us are gone, they don't know we've discovered the underground tunnels. Chris also says, Ev, we use this well, we can ambush them. By the way, Xutra, there's one more thing I need you to do. Amidst some mountains and trees, Xutra walks while Karak asks, so our mission is to patrol the area again. Xutra replies, I have no choice. I'm the youngest of my siblings right now. Karak comments, well, at least we have reinforcements, he says. It's thanks to our effort. Suddenly, he comes across someone. Sis? What's with that cloak? I'm following you in secret, just as a precaution, but I'll only intervene if things get really ugly. You need to be recognized. Hearing this, he thinks, she's going to support me like this. Is she crazy? A bit awkwardly, he says, recognized. The other person accompanying his sister says, a pleasure to meet you, I'm Sarah, the aide, right? Nice to meet you. His sister comments again, Anyway, we'll accompany you. Don't worry about us. We see a cave. Inside, the group walks. Why are all these caves empty? Carrick answers him. Who doesn't take their valuables when they move? I think the dwarves took everything. Zutra asks, confused. And the weapons we got last time, Carrick explains. I guess they didn't consider them valuable. Through the cave, they press onward. Until the moment Carrick speaks. Prince, I think something's coming. And he agrees. Yeah, I hear it too. Looking at the map, he notices some red dots, possibly indicating enemies. That must be them. Inventory. In his inventory, we see only one potion. I got the light spell item for exactly this kind of situation. After thinking this, he says, tell everyone to close their eyes when I give the signal. He stares into the darkness. From it, what appear to be eyes emerge. Several spiders leap from the spot. These are stone spiders, monsters that usually appear in caves. They always travel in groups of dozens and have a very strong paralyzing venom. Now, close your eyes. Zutra throws the vial into the air. Up high, it begins to glow. And then it explodes in a blinding flash. The spiders close their eyes. Sutra thinks stone spiders are useless when exposed to light since they live in the dark. Thinking this, he says, attack, everyone, take down the spiders. His group obeys the order and charges forward. We see them attacking the spiders. The legs of some are torn off. Sutra watches everything from behind the group. Observing his map, he analyzes the enemy's movements. Stone spiders hunt in packs, and every pack has to have a leader. He observes a larger dot among the small ones. Karak, come with me. Let's get the boss. The two of them advance. They pass through the entire group and come face to face with the boss spider. Karak leaps onto it and lands 2 blows. Despite this, we see the astonishment on his face. The blows didn't even leave a scratch. What? Its carapace is tough as heck? Hearing this, Exutra thinks, that's right, I forgot about that. This axe won't get through the exoskeleton. Their weak point is fire, but I don't know how to use fire magic yet. The spider starts to move. It lets out a shriek towards Karak. Use fire, Karak. It's weak to fire. And where am I supposed to get fire? Asks the orc. Sutra, raise your sword. Hearing this other voice, he raises the blade and it catches fire. Magic! Magic! Is this enough? His sister asks, supporting the boy. The spider charges to attack, seeing the blow coming his way. Sutra prepares himself. The impact of the blow occurs, but Sutra leaps towards the creature with his blade of fire. Flaming blade. With that, he cuts it from several different directions. We see the creature in flames. Uxtra stands there, watching. A glow envelops his body and the message appears. You have leveled up. Phew, level 9. His sister asks, Yutra, are you alright? What was that light just now? That's like a blessing. It happens sometimes, so you don't need to worry. His sister questions. A blessing from the Gandharvas, he confirms. Yes, from the Gandharva, she says again. But more importantly, have you fought these creatures before? Your movements were very skilled. Not knowing what to say, he begins. Well, I've only read about them in books, that's all. Despite this, he thinks, I've fought them several times in the game, so of course I know how it works. Prince, look over there. There seems to be some kind of door. We see the metal door being opened, and the 4 of them entering the place. This is a town portal? Karak questions. Do you know what it is? He says. Not exactly, but I have an idea. Then he starts to think, I'm not sure, but this pattern looks like the dwarves' writing style. When I played as Zephyr, I never saw one, but when I played as the hero, I saw them a few times. I think if I inject mana into it, it activates. So, he says, hey, I think this might be a portal, his sister asks. A portal? The aide also comments. From the design, it really seems the prince is correct, Kaitlin asks. So can we find out where it's connected to? The aide says. If we search nearby, there should be inscriptions. Karak suddenly seems to find something. Prince, over here. I think there are letters carved. The 3 of them approach. Caitlin then comments. It's not common demon script. It looks like dwarven characters. Can you read it? She asks Karak. Why would I know how to read dwarven script? And you, Sira? The girl responds. Sorry, I can't either. Guiska Mountains, portal number 2. And connected to portal number 3. Zutra reads, surprising everyone. Surprising even himself. Wait, what? How am I able to read dwarven? You have acquired dwarven language level 1. As the window informs him, he thinks, what? I can learn languages this way too. Prince, can you really read that? He answers, yes, I think so. Caitlin comments, Akshatra, since when do you know how to read Dwarven? Seer also asks, and what does it say underneath? I think it says that if you infuse mana, it activates. Can you inject a little mana here? He asks his sister, who questions, why me? Why don't you do it yourself? Well, I'm still a bit clumsy with it. Actually, I can't use mana, he thinks. His sister agrees and injects the mana. The orb in the center starts to glow, and a strong light spreads out. We see what appears to be a map appearing in front of the group. Is this the Gaiskar Mountains? This point is where we are, and portal number 3 must be here. So does that mean we also have dwarven tunnels over there? Questions Karak. Most likely, he says. Karak then asks, isn't this a good thing? After all, the main forces of the Scarlet Lightning tribe are camped right in front of these mountains. The prince responds, actually with this, we can attack them from behind. For now, let's stop here for today and head back. I need to discuss this with my brother, carefully. At the camp, we see Chris's reaction. To think there was a portal in a place like this. Jutra, you are truly a blessing. If there's anything you want, just say the word. As long as it's something I can do, I'll grant it. He replies, I'm fine. But his brother continues, no, as your leader and older brother, I want to reward you. If you refuse, I'll be hurt. He thinks and asks, is it really okay even if it's something a bit absurd? Chris questions, absurd? Now I'm even more curious about what it is. Sutra then says, well, can you teach me the art of the beast god fist? Chris is startled by the request. What? Meanwhile, Exutra thinks, I still can't use weapons properly because of my level, but techniques are different. The art of the beast god fist is a martial art passed down through the lycanthrope royal family. In simple terms, it's a powerful S-rank martial art. I know it's a very absurd request. I'll understand if he refuses. Thinking this, he says, it must be difficult, right? It's okay. I figured it wouldn't be possible from the start. But to his surprise, his brother says, all right, I'll teach you. Of course, I can't teach you the secret techniques. Really? Questions extra, but at least I can teach you the aura. So what do you say? Is this gift suitable? He's not saying anything. Did he like it? Eustra shouts. No, not at all. It's perfect. Too perfect. Sutra. From now on, I can think of you as my brother, right? Brother? He starts to think, brother. That's a very significant word. Well, that's fine. I don't dislike the idea. In fact, I even like it. So he agrees, but of course. Chris and Kaitlin smiled. Let's work together from now on. A message appears. Alliance established with Chris Moonlight and Kaitlin Moonlight. Alliance status. Normal alliance. The sun is already setting. While something happens at the Scarlet Lightning tribe's camp, we see a group gathered. You didn't come here aiming for this place from the beginning. Our princess. What brings you here? The one who is captive is the 6th princess, Felicia Doomblade. Looking at her stats, Exutra says, charisma, huh? In the beginning, every time I leveled up, all my attributes increased by 2, but after a certain point, my charisma only started to go up by 1. Why is that? In Night Saga, appearance and charisma were separate attributes. Appearance was just how handsome or attractive the character was. Meanwhile, charisma was about how much others found the character likable or trustworthy. Well, it kind of makes sense since my growth has been good so far. More importantly, I'm about to reach level 10. In Night Saga, whenever Zephyr and Locke reached level 10, their unique skills, Descendant of Darkness and the Chosen One, would level up. If I reach level 10, then surely at least one skill will evolve, right? Karak appears and calls him. Prince, everything is ready. Let's move out. You seem excited today. Did something good happen? He replies. No, nothing much. The two of them leave the tent. Outside, they find several orcs prepared. All right, let's go. We see mountains and a cave. Inside, the orcs fight against another type of monster. We see a door, and inside, Exutra's group. Did you finish the investigation? Asks Chris. Yes, just as you said. This portal is connected to the Eska River in the Iska Mountains, replies one of what appear to be wolves. And it seems to be working properly, he replies again. Yes, there are no problems. As expected of dwarven engineering, it's sturdy. Great, let's proceed. As soon as it's said, they begin to use a spell. We see the orb lighting up, and the portal appearing in the room. Sutra and Karak are amazed. The boy thinks, I can't believe I'm seeing a real portal. His sister, seeing him standing there, questions, "What are you waiting for, right? I'm coming." With that, he walks to the portal. We see them on the other side. What? Looking down, they find a camp. Well, just as I imagined, there's their camp. By the size of it, I'd say there are around 5,000 soldiers. If we attack from the rear guard, supplies should be our priority. If General Bundle launches an attack from the front to distract them, then our infiltration units can set fire to the food supplies from behind. But doesn't it seem strange? Questions the aide. There are hardly any troops in the camp. You're right. Where could they have gone? Did they start the attack? Suddenly, Exutra notices something. What is that? It sounds like a battle. Hearing his brother, he questions, "My aura?" Despite that, he tries and succeeds. I can see it. One side seems to be the Lightning Tribe. But who are the others? Chris replies. Those aren't General Bundle's men. Besides, no battle was scheduled for today. And the scale of the confrontation is also too small. While observing the fight, he notices a young woman. Dark elves? What did you say? Dark elves? He replies to his sister. Yes, they have a smaller stature and the fact that they're riding drakes. Drakes, she questions. Chris says, they're retreating. Their commander has fallen. They're withdrawing at an incredible speed. What's happening? Is the fight over already? Asks Carrick. Meanwhile, Exutra thinks, why would dark elves be here? We see a flag in a camp. Through some kind of communication, they talk with Bundle. I heard you found the dwarven portal, as expected of Prince Chris's army. But tell me, how did you know there would be a portal here? Chris replies, it wasn't me who found it, it was the 9th Prince, Exutra. Hearing his name, he says, I just got lucky. General Bundle, seeing you again is strangely pleasant, he thinks. The general replies, is that so? This time, you will be rewarded as you deserve at the Demon King's castle. Chris says, before that, there was a small skirmish in front of the Lightning Tribe's camp. Do you know anything about it? It was probably the Dark Elves. It seems they entered the fight on their own. Chris questions, but why would the Dark Elves fight with the Lightning Tribe? Weren't they reinforcements sent from the Demon King's castle? The other says, hard to say. According to them, they were doing reconnaissance before joining up, but things went wrong. And we have a bigger problem. What problem? Asks Chris. It seems the leader of the Dark Elves' independent unit was captured by the Scarlet Lightning Tribe. Hearing this, Chris asks, so that reckless skirmish was because of that. Curious, Eustra questions, wait, who exactly is the commander of this independent unit? Bundle says, it's someone you know well. It's the 6th Princess, Felicia Doomblade, your sister, daughter of Sylvia Doomblade, the 3rd Queen and Princess of the Dark Elves, and twin sister of the 5th Prince, Sylvan Doomblade. In the game, Felicia and Sylvan belong to the faction of the 4th Princess, Anastasia Necreon. Because of that, my impression of her was always as an enemy. Why did Felicia show up here? Is she entering the battle just to gain merit? Do those scoundrels from the Scarlet Lightning Tribe even realize that this Dark Elf is Felicia? Questions Chris. Who knows? We haven't been able to confirm yet. So what do you plan to do from here? If we can save her, we'll save her, says Bundle. No negotiation? Questions Chris. If they make the first move, we can at least talk. But I have no intention of bowing down first. Chris agrees. Bundle continues. Then I'll gather more information on my side. If anything happens, get in touch. The call ends. Chris says, it seems our brilliant older sister has become a prisoner. If she's still alive, we have to rescue her. That would be great, but it won't be easy. If we try to save her, we might end up suffering casualties too. Hearing Chris, Caitlin is startled. No, we're going to save her. We need to save her. She's our sister. Chris thinks for a moment and says, I know that, but... Exutra just stares. We see the camp again. Inside one of the tents, he discusses the plan. The plan is simple. When General Bundle draws out the main forces of the Scarlet Lightning Tribe, we will attack their camp from behind. After that, I'll go straight to the center of the base and cause as much chaos as possible. Caitlin and Exutra, you two will lead your own teams and carry out the mission. Exutra asks, by mission you mean rescuing our sister, right? Chris replies, exactly. We'll burn the food depot and the armory first and then rescue Felicia. But if it gets too dangerous, retreat immediately. We can't lose more lives just for Felicia. Brother, silence. I also command a troop. Felicia is family. How can you talk like that? Chris replies. We can't let Felicia's reckless actions put the entire operation at risk. What's this? Chris doesn't seem very interested in rescuing Felicia. Did something happen between them? We see the mountains at dusk. The groups begin to advance. Advance, warriors. We will annihilate those accursed members of the Scarlet Lightning tribe. Chris watches everything from the top of the mountain. From there, he analyzes the camp. He pays attention to every movement and waits for the right moment. An explosion occurs. Several men from the camp are thrown. Bundle advances with his group. Take them all down. We see Exutra's troops. The attack has begun. Why haven't we moved yet? Hearing Karak, he says, wait, there will be a signal. The orcs continue to attack. We see several orcs from the Scarlet tribe being hit. Bundle stands there, watching. It seems he's waiting for something. Now that's it. Everyone, fall back. Chris, realizing this, says, everyone get ready. Let's move. We will carry out the mission exactly as planned. Advance. The other group is extremely frightened by a sudden attack. Meanwhile, the siblings' troops advance relentlessly. Exutra, be careful. You too, he says, responding to his sister. In front of him, he opens the map. To the left, run straight for the food depot. Take them all down. Karak attacks the enemies. One of them manages to get close and prepares to strike Karak. The orc is startled, but Zutra manages to defend him. Dagger throw level 1. You can throw daggers to hit your target. After the throw, he smiles. Karak questions, Prince, when did you learn to throw daggers? He says, it's no big deal. Let's hurry. Then he thinks, I tried throwing a dagger last night and somehow gained the skill. That over there looks like a food depot. Do we just set it on fire? The prince says, exactly. Let's continue with the plan. Suddenly he thinks, wait, what about Felicia? If she's locked inside, she could end up catching fire too. She might even perish. So, he says, we have to find Felicia first. And how do you expect to find her? Just a moment. He opens the map. For me, Felicia should appear as a neutral NPC, so she'll be marked in blue or purple. He notices something. This way, Karak. He opens a tent and searches inside. This has to be the place, but where's Felicia? Zutra? We see Felicia tied up. Zutra, what are you doing here? He approaches her and says, we'll talk later. For now, stay quiet. This place is dangerous. We need to untie you quickly and get out of here. While saying this, he thinks, if I make Felicia indebted to me now, it will be useful later. She just stares at him. That was a close call. Come on, we need to regroup with Chris and Kaitlin. Wait, Chris and Kaitlin came to rescue me. Of course. Why are you asking that? He questions. Didn't they come precisely to save you? She replies. No, I meant... Exutra, you're quite distant from the power struggles, so you don't know. But before she could finish, Karak shouts, Prince, they're coming in droves. Felicia, here, quick. All right? Wait, since when did you start calling me by my name? What? What? Sutra, behind you. A blow suddenly pierces his chest. Sutra coughs up blood, and his body catches fire. His sister and Karak watch. Zutra, Sutra. An enemy appears beside him, and Felicia turns to attack it. But something catches her attention. The monster is hit by the same power that struck the boy. What is that? We see a foot emerge from the smoke, and Exutra, still fine, holding a bow of fire. You have acquired mana control level 1. You have acquired fire arrow level 1. He smiles and starts firing the arrows. He appears to be very happy with the new skill. Sutra hits several at once. We see the opponents being hit in various parts of their bodies. He says, this is real magic. Even if it's just level 1, this is incredible. Suddenly, ice falls beside him. Ice? We see an archer holding a bow of ice. Wait, is he aiming at Felicia now? Zutra, are you okay? No, wait, don't come any closer, he says, pushing his sister. Zutra. Several arrows fly in his direction. Meanwhile, he thinks, why? This one's mine. The arrows hit him. Smoke spreads through the area, and we see a silhouette. You have acquired ice arrow level 1, just as I thought, he says. But suddenly, something strange happens. Zutra falls to the ground with a piece of ice stuck in his stomach. Your health is at 13 out of 95. Health has dropped drastically. You are in extreme danger. Darn it, my health. If I take another hit like that... Idiot. What? Felicia? Who said I needed to be saved? What? He thinks, confused. Even among our siblings, you are the weakest. So who do you think should be getting saved? Hearing this, he thinks, wait, Felicia seems to be completely misunderstanding. What the heck? Then, she questions, when did you learn magic? She just defeated that mage by herself. So that's it. She got it wrong, thinking I was trying to save her. As he was thinking, she pulls the ice from his chest. In sequence, he is covered by a glow. His sister starts to heal him. He observes the wound on his chest, which begins to close up. You have acquired Heal Level 1. Zutra thinks the wound healed instantly. As expected of the genius mage Felicia Doomblade. So are you better? Can you stand? He replies. Yeah, I'm fine. Thanks to you my blood was replenished. What, blood? Suddenly, they both notice something. A huge enemy is running through the area. It's a blood ogre, one of the mutant species of ogres, Felicia asks. So you're saying we have to get past this thing to escape? Well, yeah. And so, we see the two of them running. But how the heck are we going to fight this thing? The blood ogre tries to hit them. What the heck? How can it be so fast being that huge? Exutra, try to buy some time. I'll send it flying with magic. He questions. And how do you want me to do something like that? Another attack passes close to the two of them. All right, I'll draw its attention somehow. Get your magic ready, she questions. Draw its attention? What does that mean? Just, never mind, he says. Karak, where are you? We're doing it just like last time. Get ready. He opens his inventory. And we see a dagger. Now I'll be able to use the dwarven dagger, right? He takes the item. We see the dagger glowing, and he sticks it into the ground. Under the king's banner, Karak gets a buff. A glow envelops his body, and he lets out a roar. The ogre is startled by this. Karak leaps towards it, and so he begins to fight the ogre. We see his opponent taking a few hits. The orc makes another move, and lands a solid blow. Despite this, the ogre is still fine and angry. But we see Felicia behind it. Flying, she prepares herself. Grease. As soon as she uses the spell, the ogre slips and falls on its back. Karak jumps. This is your end. He shouts as he falls upon the ogre, landing a powerful blow. The opponent coughs up blood. The ground is destroyed. Zutra watches. We won. There are still other enemies, but the most troublesome one is gone. A glow appears around him. In sequence, he notices a window, and we see he has reached level 10. Finally, level 10. The level of protagonist adjustment has increased. Incredible, he says. Thanks to the effect of protagonist adjustment level 2, a new passive skill has been added. Now, shall we open the gift box? Battlefield protection level 1. The accuracy of long-range weapons against the protagonist decreases slightly. This is the Stormtrooper effect. Everyone has seen this at least once. The bullets come down in a storm, but somehow, they all just graze the protagonist. With this skill, I can truly replicate the protagonist's plot armor. The ogres are still running. Felicia shouts, Exutra, what are you doing? They're coming right at us. She turns around. Oh, wind, spin and devastate. The prince stands still, watching the magic. He thinks it looks like magic, but it's not magic. It's a spirit. It's definitely a spirit. Corrupted or not, a dark elf is still an elf. Felicia wasn't just a genius mage. She was born a spirit summoner. But then, could I also be hit by something like that?